Greetings. Welcome back to Let's Play Aurora 4X, United Unit of Unity. Breathe out the suck. Breathe in the jive. Let's continue. Picking up more or less where I left off. We are mostly waiting on tech at this point, so I'm going to be pushing turns very quickly, very hard. Not a lot of decision making at this point in the game. Just gotta watch what's happening. Breathe out the suck. Breathe in the jive. Definitely use some jive right now. Garrison and fuel consumption. Okay. Ground units. We're gonna bother. I'll train one garrison unit. Okay. Logistics. Okay, we're gonna need a lot of this stuff anyway. I'm gonna grab. Just gonna put one guy on the troop transport bay. Everything else is going into power and propulsion. I'll grab the next reactor tech. Could go straight for engine warp engine at this point, but I think we want to get the ion engines up going. So it's gonna take about a year. We are focusing most of our research on that. We have 10 auto mines set up. I'm gonna move them to Venus. Okay. Okay, we want 10, so I'm gonna move that to 9. 9 plus the 1 already on there. No, nothing coming up, so just go ahead and 30-day turn. Inactive labs, we got another research lab built. We're gonna put into propulsion and get that going. Yeah, we'll do that. No point getting, let's see here. Shipyards are good, minerals are good, Mars is already flinging, Luna is not flinging, so we'll set that up. Already got the numbers set up, so we might as well start flinging. Mars has 5, and we already got it. Okay. I'm checking this screen a lot. It's a very useful screen. Just want to keep track of as much as you can. Okay, civilian construction, large colony ship. Not really that helpful at this point, but you know, it's nice to have. Okay, do we want to move? We got 400 infrastructure on Earth. We want to move some to IO. I think we do. So I'm going to grab rows 2, Earth, infrastructure, to IO, load infrastructure, refuel. Want to move 50, so we're going to repeat that. So it's 5 times. You know what? I just thought of something here. We check Pluto on the ground. Sharon, we haven't done a ground survey on. It's a large enough body that it's worth doing so. And we're going to be exploiting it anyway, so go ahead and grab that. 5 and go. Again, if you wanted to roleplay, you could create the team and pick it up in that. But that's the beautiful thing about this game is you can play it pretty much any way you want to. Once you got the basic grasp of it. Just checking the timing. 30 days. Okay, geo survey complete. Didn't find anything. New small colony ship. 1,000 tons adder too. Can I keep going? Get it as big as we can till the engine. Yeah. Do we want to add 1,000 tons there? It's good. Mineral supply is good. Mines. What do we want to do here? Kind of chill right now. 3.6 million. So. Okay, so if you go into like Mars here, you see we just have the infrastructure. Go into Luna, we get 3 million. We got some actual civilian trade production here. So there's a step at 3, a step at I believe 6, and at 10, and I believe at 25. So as the colonies grow, they will start producing trade goods. So, which doesn't really okay. What do you got here? Enough workers for one. I'm gonna move get enough workers for one facility on Ganymede, so I'm gonna grab a construction facility for now. Sort of freighter is doing something. Geosurf. Oh right. And a spaceport's done. So, I don't. Have you been checked? You've been checked. Everything else is either too small or too. Oh, one has Prometheus. Okay, so I believe Prometheus is a moon. It's not a very large one, but survey team isn't doing anything else right now, so we'll go ahead and do that. And I just want to check: are we recording? We are recording. Very groovy. What do we got? 15 production. We need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't really need anything. So I'm going to put everything in the research labs right now. Want to get that going. We have auto mines. We have 4 auto mines. Not enough to bother with. Do we want to... Yeah. Events. 30 days. Inactive lab. So that's another one done. I'm gonna put into construction production just because that guy at 35. It's worth spreading out a little. I think it is. Do we want to do? You know what? Construction rate lets us build labs faster, so I'm just gonna spread that out. There's a lot of arguments for focusing everything on one research at a time. It's also worth training your scientists. Okay, I don't know if we want to move anything to right here. Go ahead, do a 30-day click. Again, because we're waiting on technology, I'm really pushing turns. Survey complete. Construction infrastructure complete. So I'm going to take that 5. I'm going to put it into, I believe, construction yards. And there's also arguments for focusing on construction. Focusing and using queues. So we might do that later. I don't see the point. I'm just gonna chill out, chillaxing right now. How many auto ones do we have? 7, so we can get 5 to there. Are you flinging? You are flinging. Where's Van Breesbrook? Vesta is asteroid. Not worth getting. It's a Kenneber Belt object. I believe that's an asteroid, and that is worth mining, so we're going to go and do that. So, Rainbow Rose 1. Earth. Could also be a moon of like Saturn or that. So, I did overbuild our initial freighters, though, so we should be. Going to put a lot of range on them. So, 5 auto mines, repeating once, and we're going to load a mass driver. Unload mass driver, or unload. Or you could also do unload all installations, and gain refuel on Earth. Looks like it's an asteroid. That beach brick is out there. Once we get faster ships, the distance to the outer system isn't going to matter. But right now, we're kind of restricted to up to Jupiter. Unless we want to just kind of wait for a long time. In research lab. Prometheus is done. Found anything? I'm just going to completely disband the team and just not worry about it. Back to Earth, where we have 900 million magical unique special snowflakes. Research, a new lab. That's straight in the engines. We've still got about 30,000, maybe more, research to do before we can get out of the system. Imminent. Okay, just go ahead and click some 30-day turns. Shipyard modified. We can get into large. Again, I'm probably overbuilding this shipyard here, but I do like to have these like super freighter type ships. So. Just keeps things a lot simpler. Just want to check available workers. We're still good there. We're 5 auto mines, but we're still moving. A lot of things we need to keep an eye on. I'm just gonna minerals are actually starting to build up, so we're doing good there. Okay, next turn. Bit of an unlucky roll on the freighters, the civilian ships here. So to Rainbow Roses 1, that means we have 5 auto mines and a mass driver. So we're going to fling that to Isle. Really nice asteroid here. A lot of small amounts, but it's very high accessibility, so we'll get it quickly. So definitely worth mining. Okay, I'm gonna bring another mine to IO. Where's the other freighter? I'm gonna grab. Grab 5. So 1 infrastructure. Grab a construction facility. Refuel. And I'm gonna do that 5 times. So we'll remove. So gonna move 50. Gonna move 50 infrastructure and 50 construction facilities to Mars. Really going to help speed up the colony construction there. Mars is going to be our first terraforming target. That's going to be quite some time from now. New research lab done. You know what? I think we're going to get another. We're going to do another 5. Do you want to get those? Do you want to get those going? Check that. Get, you know what, just go straight to engines. Overthinking things a little here. Need to set priorities. Shipyard and new reactor. Ion drive, 10,000. 12 labs. We'll punch that out as soon as we can. Shipyards, 1,000 will do. I'm building ships in multiples of 3,000, just because of the way I did my engines. There's plenty of different ways people could be doing this, so that's the way I do it. So we got 10 construction facilities on Mars, all producing infrastructure, which is making space for colonists. Colonists get moved over there as construction lab there, so we need to start building infrastructure on Ganymede. It's only a single factory, but the more efficient, more self-sufficient you can make colonies, the better. That's the whole point of the cascade setup. Gives you some options. The Earth, we have 7. So let's get our freighters just done. You're on the way back. 2 is done. So grab auto mine. 2. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Refuel. 4. So we have 5. We have 5 mines to use. Rainbow Rose failed to load auto mine. Okay, so I did something wrong there. So we go into the ship, check cargo. There's an auto mine on it. So I must have set it to load auto mine at the planet. So I'm just gonna unload all installations there. Give it a 8-hour tick, I guess. When that's done, we'll send it back there and reassess our situation. if you make a mistake like that, don't panic. Just try to figure out what happened and it's the best way to fix it. You are gonna misclick, so again, just figure out what happened and fix it. It's the officer reassignment. Again, if we had more ships, it would be better. But okay, so we got 6 auto mines on. So that's the plan. Grab 4 and. Oh, that's not the thing. Add move. Unload. Okay. So we are modified. I don't know if we're gonna get all the way to the Titan work. I'm gonna rename that shipyard. Rename shipyard. Just gonna do Titan Works. Titan. So we know that's our main. That's our big honking shipyard. Want to rush that to our sizes as quickly as we can. Again, you do have to watch available workers when you're doing research labs and overbuilding your shipyards. So again, we might move somewhere later in the game. We might move to our research to either Lunar or Mars. I think weapons research would make a lot of sense. Just to free up workers for Earth for working in the shipyards. Okay, upgrade and 1 new lab. If we could jump you to 40,000, you let you build normal freighters. And new lab, new research worker. Put you on. Okay, so we got about a year and a bit to go on ion drives. Only got the 1 commercial freighter, so I'm not doing contracts right now. Active rev sensor. Okay, just so you, up until you get that tech, this is blank. You just get that error warning. It's kind of annoying. So let's grab the next cheap tech for sensor dude. Scientists work riding on Luna IO. Okay, what do I want to do? Gonna just move some more infrastructure over to IO. Doesn't really, well, because we have the infrastructure and the ship is just sitting there. Might as well use it. 50 there. Do that. Fuel at the end. Again, we have the infrastructure is just sitting there. Ship is just sitting there. Go ahead and put it to work. An active lab, so another lab built. 40%. It's hard not to click, or not to put the guy in. You know what? We need to get the production right up. I'm just gonna put him in there. Officer Hell, shipyard modified. Okay, let's go take a look. Mineral check. We got getting a nice stockpile going. So I'm gonna go ahead and expand you. So that's some of the accessibilities on Earth are starting to drop. So we'll run out eventually. But auto mines, there are 8 auto mines. Van Briesek is on his way back in, so we can go ahead and send a ship to work there. Not doing anything. Auto mine. Van Briesek, offload. Refuel. Okay. 250 turns. Straight into engines. We want to get that clear as quickly as we can. Shipyard upgraded. Gonna grab that. Do I want to spend? I'm gonna grab just extra shipyard. Extra. How long is that gonna take? 3 years. Go ahead and do it now, because we're not gonna need that shipyard for 3 years. So it makes sense to do it now. So I'm just gonna add 100 on there. Just under 1,000. Just want to keep grinding that away. Okay. Neutronium. Is probably at a distant colony. Swift Tuttle would be a beautiful place to call it, to auto mine. Just checking what we got here. Okay. Neutronium is used mostly for shipyards and ground troops, so not a real thing that we get to. Not a mineral to really focus on, but again, if you do need some of everything. So, okay, can we get another almost to 80,000? A few more, probably about a year. So we'll be done by the time we're already actually building new engines. Balance that out nicely. Hmm. 15 there. Leave that 4,000 for now. Do want to watch your stockpile here. Okay. Just want to check available workers. Okay. Brave out the suck. Brave out the suck. New armor, so that's going to make our ships significantly lighter. Defenses, I'm going to grab any of these. Damn it. I'm just gonna put one guy on thermal reduction. I do like to put one level of thermal reduction on warships. Doesn't really help that much against invaders, we found out, but again, it's the thought that counts. Research lab done. Another that. I'm gonna grab another five labs, just to speed everything up. Checking out well, we're still making a profit. Wealth you don't have to worry about until you run out of money, which can happen, and it sucks. I'm gonna start working on terraforming module. There's about 3 different ways to terraform. Use the installations. You can do the ships, or you can do these like gigantic super huge orbital habitat things that get towed around and stuff. So, and the oversized things is probably the most reasonable way to do it, but I do like the ships because they're self-contained. They are expensive though, so keep that in mind. But we are going to focus terraformer heavy on this playthrough. So moving 10 auto mines to Venus. Just want to check what's going on here. 5,000. You can move. One mass driver can move 5,000 annual production. So you do want to watch. Make sure you have enough transport capacity, especially if you're doing a cascade, which is what I'm doing. So if you start noticing the stockpile building up, you might need to move more mass drivers in. So yeah, everything looks good. Everything looks groovy. Another 30-day tick. Officer health. Look at the screen here so you do see better. Officer health unassigned. Nothing to get back. Crew. Okay, and ion drive are just about done. Okay, that's our ion drive technology done. Go over to production. I could build new engines right now, but that fuel consumption tech is right there. So I'm gonna go and put that in. And I'm gonna go into queue. I'm gonna do minimum energy, and I'm gonna queue that. So once we're done there, it'll go into the minimum engine, and then after that we'll go into jump points here. So you want to make sure you have the right scientist highlighted on the top screen here before you do the queues. Otherwise, you can wind up getting the wrong scientist for that. But so we're not going to design the engines right now. What we are going to do is we're going to go into shipping lanes. We're going to subsidize each of the lines 1,000 space bucks because we just got a new engine tech, and your civilians will build ships based on your best tech. So a good time to subsidize is when you get a new engine tech. We'll encourage them to build ships, and that should expand their overall economy. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna call it an episode here. Wolf person out. Stay groovy, groovy space people, and I'll see you around. Peace.